Something I've been hearing a little bit, actually a lot, I guess, from a lot of you, whether you're members of the studio or just friends or family. There's a lot of anxiety right now, and while there's no quick fix, I think that it's really wise to find little ways to check in and to help manage it. And I know for some of us, managing anxiety can look like just going about your day. Sometimes we like to hide our anxiety in overworking or staying so busy that we don't have to think about it. And especially right now when we're being asked to take it really slow and to stay inside and to, kind of limit what we're doing, it becomes a little bit more difficult to, locate or to kind of push off, our anxiety into other areas. So I wanted to record a short meditation that I sometimes like to do when I'm feeling really overwhelmed or when I've had too many coffees. Anything that, makes you feel like everything around you is way too much. That's why I wanted to record this video, and it's short, so you can really do it as many times a day as you want, or just take pieces of it and roll it forward. So I hope you enjoy it. I've kind of just stationed myself in like a cozy little corner of the studio. I would record some of these at home, but my dog is like very young, like a baby, and he wouldn't let that happen. You guys would see many, many guest appearances and little noises. So as much as I want to record some of these from home so I can kind of home practice with you guys, I am here at the studio most of the time. So with that being said, just find your way into a really cozy part of your house. You can choose something comfortable to sit on or do this whenever you need it. Like if you're in transition on your day, find this meditation, find parts of it, and just sink in and see if it changes anything. So a lot of meditations that I offer also include journaling. There's an offering here to do that as well. I won't be prompting it or saying anything about it, but I journal personally after almost every practice I do, whether it's physical or meditating. So if you have a journal and you're really into it, or you want to start being into it with all this new time you have, maybe you pause this video along the way, or maybe you wait until the very end just to kind of spill out whatever was felt, whatever was realized, if it helped, what you noticed, what you thought you might be anxious about, what maybe triggered it, any of that stuff. It's all useful information because then you get to see where you started, see where you've ended up if you continue practicing or doing any form of mindfulness meditation. So we'll get started just in a comfortable seat. Find anything that makes you feel more comfortable. So if you want a blanket or a sweater or anything that keeps you warm, makes you more comfortable. I'm personally seated up on a bolster right now, and then there's a wall right behind me. So sometimes in meditation, your physical limitations can pull you out. So if you don't sit cross-legged very often, maybe that's a not comfortable place for you and it kind of pulls you out of your awareness. So if that's the case, give yourself support. You're at home, so you have a lot of different places you could sit, a lot of different things to make you more cozy. And we'll get started once you're situated. So begin feeling the breath. Notice which part of it your awareness latches onto first. Sometimes it's the sound it makes as it enters through your nose and leaves the nose. Sometimes the part of it we notice first is the way that the body responds, so how the belly or the lungs fill up, and then how they empty back out. Start to notice all of the qualities you can about your breath. being sure to keep the focus on the qualities and not a judgment of good or bad or not good enough or not the way you should breathe in a meditation. This is really just about how your natural breath is flowing right now, because it gives you kind of an entry point into what you might be feeling, what your experience might be right now. And while we usually trust the brain to tell us what we're feeling, what we're going through, we all know that sometimes the brain works a little too hard or becomes tangled up in emotions, so what might be perceived might not always be true. It might be a little bit more limiting, a little more scary or negative than the actual situation. So using your natural breath, find these describing words. Find your way back in. Now from your tall seat, sit tall enough so that you really start to feel the heart lift high to the surface of the chest. Feel the fronts of the shoulders pull away from the center of the chest so that you widen out through the chest, through the collarbones. You feel it grow longer, grow wider. And with your hands softly down on your lap or somewhere in front of you, observe this brand new space that you have in the front body. Breathe into it. What would it be like to fill this container with breath? To not only create this space by what you've opened up physically, but then to acknowledge it by sending your breath as deeply as you can into that area. Now, maintaining this, observe if your breath is stopping in your chest or if it's allowed to move deeper into the gut. Try to direct your breath all the way to the belly, filling it up as full as you can. Emptying it out completely with each exhale. Continue this breath. Free up space in the belly where we feel a lot of what we feel. Instincts, gut feelings, intuition, nerves. Imagine you're flushing it out as you fill that space with brand new air. And empty it out through your nose with your exhales. Now, if this breath is working for you, you can maintain that deep breath into the chest and into the belly. If you'd like to dial back the intensity, you can come back to your natural breath. Just making a conscious effort to keep the entire physical body really soft. Place your hands onto your body. That could be onto your lap. That could be onto your belly or your sternum. That could be onto your heart. Acknowledging the real presence of your physical body exactly where you are in time in this moment. Untie the knots that are attaching the heart to all the things you can't change right now. And with this physical connection of hands onto body, feel into what you do have the power to do. What you have the power to change. Maybe it's your mind, maybe it's your perspective, maybe it's the course of your day today, maybe it's the power you have to shed a different feeling, a different emotion, or state of consciousness on every person you interact with today. These are the things we can control. Decide in your mind and your heart what those look like from now on. What is it that you want to contribute? What is it that you want to feel? Maybe you still have your hands somewhere onto your body and you keep them there. If your arms are feeling tired, you can also relax your hands onto your lap. Keep your eyes closed, and for the last part, just ask yourself, especially in this time where things are a little up in the air, maybe there's some unknown space for what the future looks like for you. Come into a place of appreciation for all of the things that no matter what can't be taken from you. Maybe that's someone you love. Maybe that's a memory you have that you hold really dear to your heart. Maybe it's your practice. Maybe it's your dog. While things change around us and we kind of get used to each changing day, invitation to come into that state of gratitude and appreciation for the things that aren't changing. The things that you consider like homes in your life. The home that is your body. So this could be an untangling of all the things that we feel define us. As we come back into what really is and what really makes up all that we are. This is the stuff that matters most. Now, like it's a rinse cycle, take a really deep inhale breath into the body. Clear it out completely, exhale. Repeat as needed, feeling the body get physically softer with each exhale. When you're ready, bring your palms to meet at the center of your chest. If it feels right for you, you can bow your head down. Knowing you can return to this anytime you need it. Namaste.